Sure, and welcome to another live. It's Friday, and since it's Friday, I will be stitching a very beautiful design from Bella Filipina, and this is one of the celestial deities, which is Tala, the deity of the stars. Her companion sisters or companion celestial deities are Hanan and Mayari. So let me show you the companion piece. So since it's Friday, it's Bella Filipina Friday. So every Friday night after hectic, yes, busy things doing at work. So I have a time to stitch my favorite whips of Bella Filipina. So this is Bella Filipina Friday. So if you happen to have your Bella Filipino whip, or if you want to start a Bella Filipina, maybe you can choose this day, Friday, and join me with the hashtag Bella Filipina Friday. So let me just show you. You have here Tala, and this is her sister. We have Hanan, the deity of the morning. And then we have Mayari, which is the deity of the moon. So I stitched this one on the first week of November. So this time it's time for Tala to be stitched. So although I have a hmm, focus piece Bella Filipina, which is the Aquila, the Queen of Skies, uh, because she's on the uh, 25 webs in 2025. So I decided to postpone the challenge on this month of November and December and stitch more Bella Filipinas as I can. Although I am a full coverage stitcher, but I wanted to also work on with my Bella Filipina whips. So today or tonight, I'll be stitching her. This stitch on um, 14 count dark blue Zweigart. I think this is a Zweigart fabric. And then all of the three ladies are, or the deities are uh, stitched on the same fabric. So hopefully next year I will be including them, and hopefully we'll have a and we'll finish them next year. So let's start. What a long introduction. So so far this is the progress. So I just stitch the face. It's not quite clear. So there are no back stitches yet. So I will be stitching her body first. Then after that one, next will be the last will be her wings. So this one I will be, I think, yes, I will be stitching this part, including her hands, and then go down here, and then after that one, I will also include this one, and then next will be the wings. Since it's white, so I wanted to stitch for all throughout the wings, and then the last one will be the halo designs because it's made up of acrylic and or metallic threads and beads. So usually I do stitching first, and then the last part will be the beading. So for now, I only have the threads. I don't have the mm, metallic threads yet. So that's it. So let's start. So I will be just opening the pattern and look on where I will be starting. So I bought a camera holder. So just let me just check. Check. Probably I'm gonna start on the this side and do her skin. Let's start. Alright. So I'm studying first the symbols on where I will be putting or stitching the where will I be stitching. Okay. Okay. I think I found where I will be stitching. Sorry. Focus, please. There you go. Wow, thank you for the like. 912. So where is 912? Okay, I think I found 912. So this is 2 over 1. So I am stitching in hand. So I am gonna roll over the fabric and start to stitch as much as possible. I will be showing to you how I stitch. So let me just get the pattern on my side and then stitch now. I hope oh, I am correct. I think this is the okay. Here it is. So this is the right place. Thank you for the like. So hopefully I can show you. I can do live stitch with me live with my full coverage. I still have to get another gadget for filming since my I use because the pattern keeper is installed on my phone, so I need one. Hello, unknown steps. So it's a quiet evening. Yesterday evening it rained, and today is a bit quiet evening, although it's I feel the sky is cloudy. So it's quiet and you can hear the chirps background, and my um, electric fan. So as I've shared to you last week, and we had experienced calamity. First was the earthquake, then we felt the aftershocks for a week, and then after that one, the typhoons, the two typhoons that ravaged the middle part of the country, and a super typhoon, which is a category 5 typhoon, just this last weekend. So when looking at the weather forecast, so there are no potential storm, typhoon, or tropical depression for this week. So only thunderstorms or local thunderstorms. So at least we can breathe for a week. Although we are not directly affected here in our place because we are on the southern part of the Philippines and we are near from the equator, so we rarely as typhoons or storms rarely uh, hit in our place. So the last time it was, I think, 2010 when a super typhoon uh, just landed in the islands of Mindanao, and we experienced strong winds and rain. But thankfully, there were no major damages in our place during 2010, and after that one, there were no uh, direct hit of typhoon in our place. So usually on the middle part and the upper part of the country Philippines, if you want to see the map of the Philippines, you have there um, the northern part is a big island called Luzon, and the middle part are different islands, which is called the Visayas, and then another big island at the southern part of the Philippines, which is Mindanao, which is near in Malaysia and Indonesia. So, but during November, December, January, February, it's like we are always experiencing a rainy season. So, so we always expect. Hello, Henzo. Sorry. How are you today? May I know what country are you from? Time flies so fast. It's the end of the year 2025 and we are getting older. 2 days ago, I had my 42nd birthday. Usually, I forgot um, my age, so I need to remember the year I was born. It was 1983, and then I'll compute or I'll um, subtract 1983 to the current year. So it's 42 years old. So I'm already 42 years old. It is said that life begins at 40. So am I that old already? Just recently, I joined the Facebook group of the Sleepy teacher, and what's this? Trust pigeons? Trust pigeons. Most of the flush troopers that I watch are planning to or have already joined the Heaven and Earth Design or Hate 2026 SAL, and I'm a bit tempted to also join because one of the perks of achieving a paid page is to have an exclusive Amy Stewart chart. So, and I think the last day to join the SAL or to purchase the pattern is on December 14th. So I still have a month to, or less than a month to decide if I'll be joining the Hate SAL. So I already have identified on what design that I'll be stitching I if I happen to join the sub. And that's the out of the design, that's the one that I like, and the other patterns are not my cup of tea when it comes to the design. So what else? I did have a new start. I as my birthday new start. So I'll be sharing that one on my next flush trip update. So probably I will not be able to upload this week since I only this is my second whip that I've touched. So probably next week. And I still if you happen if you have not yet watched my latest flush trip, which is flush trip 79, so please do watch it. So I have five whips there. There are there were three full coverage. One is a new start and two Bella Filipina whips. So if you're if you are done watching this video, you might as well watch my latest flush video. I guess I only have less than 100 views. So if you want to help me increase or find more viewers, maybe you can help me by sharing and liking the video. And probably if you're not subscribed yet, you can click the subscribe button. So I'm at 1,860 subscribers. So it's the number of subscribers is stagnant. So please do subscribe to my channel and help my channel grow by sharing it to your Stitchy friends. So my stitching is quite slow because I need to I need to see again the pattern or where I will be stitching. But on a regular or whenever I stitch, I quite stitch fast. So as you observe on my videos, I don't have any faces or I don't show my face. So hopefully, probably on next year, at the end of the year, I'll be able to show my face. So for now, I can't show my face because of the setup of where I am stitching. Hello, Christian July Gurimo. What is K over E? Wow, beautiful. So there are half stitches. So what will I do here? I just put small X's. So just like this one, I have two quarter stitches. This is quarter stitches. Okay. No, I think I made a mistake, so I need to go back. And then also everyone was doing this flush tube frenzy where they will assign a flush tuber mm, on a particular whip. Then once these flush tubers will release a video, so they will stitch the assigned whip. So it was, I think, from Alchemist Stitcher. She delegated 12 whips to 12 flushers. And then who else were doing it? The Sleepy Stitcher, the MX Scraps Vortex, Siska Stitches. Who else? Those are my regular uh, flushers that I watched. I don't know if Max Color Stitcher will also do that one. Um, Stitching with Ebony also is doing that one. The Caffeinated Crafter will also be doing that one. So those are my regular um, flushers that I watch. So some of them, or most of them, release weekly video updates, and I really enjoyed watching the progress of their full coverage whips, which I was also inspired to go back stitching full coverage. So 2024 was a fancy lady year. Then I just got back this year, probably half of this year starting July, and got back to stitching full coverage. Then just minimal stitching of fancy lady. So usually I just a month I just stitch one fancy lady from Bella Filipina. I also have Mirabilia, but right now I still feel to stitch the I still feel to like to stitch um, Bella Filipina uh, whips. So this is also the perks of doing stitch with me lives. So as usually I make some mistakes, but since I wanted to share to everyone how I stitch on my whips, so that's why I am releasing or doing the stitch with my live. So I think I'm already right here. So there we go. So I'll be doing a quarter stitch. So usually since this is Ada, so it's kind of difficult to do quarter and half stitch, so it's easier on a linen and lagana or even weave higher counts to do those X's. But I think I can do this one. So it's correct. It's exactly where the stitches would be. So I just made some small X's here. So since the needle is a ballpoint, so it's easier for me to it's easier to insert this needle. Yes. Okay, another one here. Just put some small X's. May I know where are you from? Or if you happen to also stitch, may I know what you are stitching right now? I wanted to have conversations with my viewers. Feel free to ask, and I'll be answering your questions. I hope I can have this regular Stitch with me live on every Fridays. So there is a latest Bella Filipina design released just this month or during the Halloween around the month of October, and it's another big pattern which is Lacatria, which is also a another gorgeous one. So I still have to purchase those three big patterns from Bella Filipina. So it's quite a bit high price for me, but it's since it's large, it's equivalent to two designs. So just like the mermaid with the sea riding on a seahorse, so that's also a big one. And then you have also those the garden. So I forgot their names. So it's more like of a full coverage. So it's worth like two Bella Filipina, two regular Bella Filipinas. So I won't um hmm, what you call this one about the price since it's beautifully designed and it's quite large. So I understand how much was the price. So you have the option to purchase it digitally or on a regular paper chart. Since I am collecting Bella Filipina patterns, so I chose to buy hard copies of patterns. So I think I still have six new Bella Filipinas that I wanted to purchase. So you have three there, the big ones, and then there were two new um, Bella Filipina charts that are the princesses. It's I think it's Ariel, and the other one is what's I forgot the other one. Cinderella. Yes, I think it's Cinderella. So I still have also to, and then I still have to purchase those four seasonal ladies that has a mandala pattern. So six. So I still have to catch up. So there were plenty of Bella Filipina with that I Bella Filipina charts that I were designed that I started last year. So during September, October, November 2024, I did my new Stars of Fancy Ladies since I purchased um, fabrics. So I had a lot of new starts. So right now I prefer stitching Fancy Lady, especially Bella Filipina on 14 count. The fabric, since it's quite most of the designs are heavily beaded, so just not to make some um, difficulties or stress when it comes to beading. So I've chosen to stitch my new Bellas on a 14 count. So I usually stitch on a 16 count Ida, and then I discovered that it's beautiful to stitch on 14 count. So most of the fancy ladies right now are stitched on the 14 count Ada fabric, but there were still five, I guess, that I've stitched on a different size of fabric. So I can name two right now that I'm stitching on a 32 count Lugana, or no, a 30 count even with fabric. That is the Maria Makiling and the cell that I joined. It's the, oh, I forgot her name. The black one. But I did s- stitch my first Bella Filipina on an 18 count Ada fabric. That's when I was not yet familiar with the charts and the beading. I thought that if I would be stitching on an 18 count, it would be uh, an enjoyable stitching. But when I am doing the beading, oh my god, I don't know how to fit in those beads. So this time I learned to Bella Filipina are okay to or advised to stitch on 14 or 28 count in a fabric because of the beading. But most of my earlier finishes of Bella Filipinas I stitch it on a 16 count. which is also okay to stitch, but still have a problem on the beading, especially when you are adding those big beads. So all you can do is just remove the other beads. So less than an hour, I only stitch one color. So this is how slow I am when stitching or multitasking, like stitching while filming or doing the live stitch with me live. So I will be doing this live in on 1 hour. So there are 7 minutes. There is 7 minutes left for me to stay. So she's holding like a star. So this one. So hopefully I can finish her hands. So it's what time is it? It's 9. So it's 15 minutes or less than 15 minutes to 10 o'clock in the evening. So I'm a bit sleepy, but I still wanted to stitch. Okay. Tomorrow is Saturday, but I still have work. So I would probably stitching tomorrow in the afternoon or the early evening, and probably continue stitching my new start. I only have 200 stitches on my new start, which is the Tiger Family in the Jungle, which is from Heaven and Earth Design. And this is designed by Jan. This is designed by Jan Patrick Krasny, and I was inspired to purchase and stitch that one because of Darren the Jesus Stitcher and Siske Stitches. I've seen the progress of that design, and wow, it looked awesome. Although I now have 20 whips, full coverage whip, but I wanted to stitch it. So next year I'll be doing new starts on full coverage. So probably add another 5 to make it 25. That's okay, as long as you enjoy stitching. So I'm a bit of a process teacher, but I still wanted to have finishes on my full coverage. I'm amazed how talented the designer of Bella Filipina, which is Dreams Perilia. So I hope in the future I can meet him face to face and talk Bella Filipina, or probably ask about Bella Filipina. So he is living, or yes, he is living in Luzon, which is in the northern part of the Philippines, in the southern part. So you need to travel through airplane, or which would take about 1.5 minutes. And then if you, or there is also a ship, or that big boat where you can reach for 3 days. And there is also a bus that would reach 3 to 4 days to the capital city, which is Manila. Manila. So the last time that traveled in Luzon was on the month of March, which was the end of March, end week of March. So we were able to visit Baguio, which is they called we called it the summer capital of the Philippines, since it has a cold weather. So the usually the temperature here would go as low as 24 degrees Celsius, and then as hot as 33 degrees Celsius. So I don't know how to compute it into Fahrenheit, but it's a bit warmer here in Philippines. So there is no winter here, there is no autumn, only two seasons, rainy season and the sunny season. So the rainy season will start on the month of July until February or March, and then April, May, June will be the sunny season. So the cool winds that are on the northern part, which is on the Siberia, usually started on October, so we are feeling the cold north wind. And then we also have the other wind from the south coming from the Indian Ocean. So we called it Habagat. And the northern cold wind, we called it uh, Amihan, which is also uh, a name of one of the Bella Filipinas. So right now we are experiencing Amihan, but in our place here uh, we are not yet experiencing, but in the other part of the Philippines, usually the northern and the middle part, we here we the wind is from the Pacific Ocean, which is we call the easterlies wind, which is quite hot. That's why we usually have thunderstorms every night or rain every night. Then we will feel the cold wind here in the month of December, but there there are no snows. But on the elevated place near the mountains, it's quite cold for us, from 18 degrees Celsius to 10 degrees Celsius, I guess. So that's our weather here. Usually in the morning it's quite sunny and hot, and then the evening there is thunderstorm. So it's already an hour now. Thank you very much for watching my live and sticking with me on this live. And have a happy weekend of stitching. So see you on my next Bella Filipina Friday Stitch with Me live.